Stocks taking a leg lower. The Nasdaq, again, taking the biggest beating, on track for its biggest three-day loss since late March. For more on what's moving these markets, let's bring in Steve Grasso, Stuart Frankel, Director of Institutional Sales and a fast money trader, and Gordon Charlop, Rosenblatt Securities Managing Director. Hi there, gentlemen. Okay, Steve, so what do you make of the market action here today? Off the lows, but still down. And again, technology dragging us lower. Biggest drag here for the sectors.
You have to decide, Court, is this the rotation that everyone's talking about? We've been waiting for this forever to see those overvalued names, or quote-unquote overvalued names, come out of the market. They're responsible for all the profits that we see in this marketplace.
They, you mean the FANG names?
Exactly, the FANG names, the large cap tech sector. I do think that you could take a respite, but we do have month end. We do have the Fed meeting this week. A lot of moving parts. I think people will refine a lot of these tech names going forward. I don't think it's over just yet for them. So Steve posed the question. Gordon, what do you think? Is it over?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we'll probably see a little bit more of this kind of activity, but essentially you see this quite often where you'll have something hit hard on a Friday, a little bit of carry through on Monday early in the week. But I think, at some point they'll find a level, they'll stabilize, they'll turn them back around. There's still value in these names. And the reason that people were buying them is still present.
Mr. Charlop, nice tie, by the way.
Is that my good friend Bill Griffith? Are they having another retirement party here?
That's Dr. Griffith to you. So if money's coming out of the FANG stocks, where's it going to go, do you think? I mean, there's talk right now of the growth market turning into a value market. What do you think, Gordon?
Well, I think there's something to that. But look, Bill, these markets still remain so competitive. And what we're seeing now is sort of chiseled activity based on when we see news items. So those stocks that are disappointing are just getting hammered, and those that are providing solace are getting a lot of attention now. Overall, the market's relatively quiet. We're trading like a Monday in the summer, and on a percentage basis, really unremarkable here.
Well, Bill, why don't you take a look at right now? Look at the financials. They rallied early, then they got beat on, and now under radar, ever since they reported, you're starting to see that bid come back into financials. They've popped quite significantly. They've had their buybacks reinstituted, or they've escalated their buybacks. So that could be an area that you see money start to go into out of tech. But I do believe ultimately, if you want growth, you go for growth. That's still the tech names.